Hello Captains, and welcome back to my Let's Play Star Trek series as a Jem'Hadar in the Dominion faction in Star Trek Online. So, in our very first episode, we played through the tutorial and we played through literally the first 3 episodes of the Jem'Hadar or Dominion faction. We played Hunt, Ceremony, and Turn the Tide. And in Turn the Tide, we had to decide, would we join the Federation or the KDF? I decided to join the Federation. So here we are, actually on Earth Space Dock now as a Jem'Hadar, and this is my character, Jem, the Hadar. Get it? So now I have done a lot. Well, not a ton, but a lot since you last saw the video. I took the time that I said I was going to take to study the character and figure out all the little intricate details that Cryptic has set up, because remember, when you start a Jem'Hadar, in this case Jem'Hadar Vanguard Dominion faction character, you start at level 60 and max level is 65. So Cryptic has given you a head start by giving you a complete ship build, a complete ground build, and all your bridge officers as well, and has even given you a kickstart in the reputation system, and I didn't realize this before, but also the specialization system. So I learned everything that they have done, and I have tweaked a few things. Not everything, but a few things. And I now have a better idea of what direction I'm going to head in the future. So first of all, this video today, I will be playing the second mission, which is actually the first mission. I call it the second because it's the second video. But I will be playing Storm Clouds Gather. That's the first mission under the Gamma Quadrant. Now, as you can see, my character looks a little bit different than he did before, and it is actually hard to see in Earth Space Dock. I realize that. The lighting in here is very terrible. It's very hard to see. But I have changed the uniform on my character, and I'm going to go into the tailor so that I can show you what it looks like better. But I've actually created a couple of different uniforms. First, we have this uniform here, which is just our regular Jem'Hadar Vanguard, the regular one that we had starting out, and I just named him Jim. So this is our starting out outfit. But then I kind of created this little extra one. I call him Jim 2. Basically, it's a larger version of Jim. It is whereas this is like a slim outfit, this is not as slim. It's got bigger shoulder pads. It's got this stuff on the side here, different gloves, just a little bit different than the other one. Not really anything major there, but I thought it looked a little bit better. I was just playing with all the different options you can do in terms of outfitting a Jem'Hadar. But the one that I've settled on for right now, and this may change in the future, is I am actually using a unique Jem'Hadar Federation outfit that they have for this character. I didn't know this exists, but I'm assuming there is a KDF equivalent if you join the Klingons. But check this out. This is a Jem'Hadar Federation outfit. And what I like about it is it definitely feels very Federation, yet a little bit Jem'Hadar. You've got the leather of the Federation, this kind of like area where you would have your comm badge, but then yet this inner part or inner shirt part is Jem'Hadar, and then it's got the pants and the boots. It's a good amalgamation of Federation and Jem'Hadar or Dominion tailoring. And so I've decided to go ahead and use this outfit for now because he is a newly joined Federation Alliance Jem'Hadar. So he's going to wear the uniform starting out. He may not always wear it in the future, but for right now, just for at least for these few missions, he's going to wear this uniform. And because he's science, I made the outline of it blue to represent his career type. And then look at this really cool communicator. This is an option in the Tailor. There is a Federation Dominion communicator, and it has the outline of the Federation or Starfleet symbol with the Dominion symbol underneath it in a diamond. And it fits perfectly. And I thought, wow, that is just a really cool design. You have both the Federation or Starfleet represented with the Dominion right next to each other, connected. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Modify just so you can see where that's at if you are wondering. But under Uniform, go to Badge, and if you are aligned with the Federation, you will have this Dominion Federation badge. There's also just Dominion, or there's none. So you can do Dominion or Dominion Federation. And I thought, you know what, this sucker looks really cool. So I'm gonna rock this badge for right now. I really like that badge. So that's just a little thing I wanted to point out there, and some stuff about the tailoring, because I got to playing with all the different options in here. And there is another option that I don't have right now. It's called Jem'Hadar Tactical. I honestly did not like the looks of that uniform. There's other things you can add on, like arm wrist things, like Jem'Hadar Tactical. See how it adds that, like those shell casings on the side? It goes with the tactical uniform, but for my character, it just didn't look good. There's other things too. There's Jem'Hadar Tactical Chest. See how it adds those casings there? You know, it doesn't look good on this uniform, but if you put it on the tactical uniform, it goes together. But again, that look just didn't fit my specific character that I'm playing. But I'm just doing this to show you that, you know, there's all kinds of different options, more than I thought there would be, for the Jem'Hadar in terms of clothing that's unique to the Jem'Hadar. So that's very cool to play with. You can also change the neck tube. I did change it. I went ahead and put it one that's kind of back here underneath his hair. So it's a little harder to see, but it's like on his shoulder right there. So I kind of moved that back a little bit. And this is our look of our Jem'Hadar for right now. I didn't do anything to his face or hair. But right now, this is what I'm going to use. And in the future, I may look at other tailoring options and whatever comes my way. But yeah, definitely was surprised to see the Dominion Federation outfit. And it's a new thing, so I've got to try it for right now. I went with dark colors. Obviously, you can change the coloring on it. Like, you can make this very bright. You can make this white if you want, you know. I mean, you can change the colors to anything. So, look at that. That looks cool, too. So, I mean, you know, you can do some unique colors. And the inner shirt can be changed to any color, too. So, I mean, and the stripes can also be changed to any color. So, you can really do some cool designs here. So, I just went with dark colors, but you're welcome to choose any color you want and make a cool-looking uniform. I have not looked at off-duty stuff yet, or formal wear, but I eventually will probably add one of those options in the future too. I just haven't done it yet. So anyway, that is one of the changes I made with our character, is that he will be using this Federation outfit. It's hard to see on Earth Space Dock, but once we get into doing missions on planets, you will see that it is visible. Is really dark here on ESD. The lighting on ESD is the worst in the game. It is absolutely terrible. It's hard to find a good spot where you can actually see your character. Yeah, it's terrible. Okay, so let's go over the next couple of changes. As you can see, I organized everything in my hotbar. I put the buttons where I want them. I did not change anything in terms of ground powers. I went with what they have given me for right now. All the same kit modules that we had in the first video are still here. The same body armor and shield and weapon setup is exactly the same. I have not changed any of that yet. I did change my devices and took out everything except for the Ketracel-white, which I will need, and I have added a Raiden Tribble from my C-store because I've got access to like all the tribbles. I also claimed other things that I might need in the future. I claimed my fireworks thing. I claimed my 2 attack hordas if I need them. I claimed the entire pack for the Vanguard, so I now have the Vanguard environmental suit when we get to missions that have the EV, that need the EV suit. I unpacked a ship by accident, but I haven't actually unpacked it, but I claimed it by accident. But of course, we'll look at future ships in the future. I have not changed my ship yet. As far as my bridge officers go, I haven't changed anything on them. Still using the same ones and the same build and setup on them. I have not changed or done anything to them at all. I did, however, add one of my C-Store bridge officers. I've got a Borg, a liberated Borg that I can use on my character as a bridge officer if I need to. Right now she's not equipped to do anything, but I just added her to the roster from the C-Store. So I haven't really made any changes on ground. Everything's pretty much the same. All my space powers on my ship are the same. I haven't changed anything there either. My traits, I did play around a little bit with the traits. I have changed the personal ground traits and the personal space traits, more so the space traits. Because I'm using the Tier 5U bug, I have kind of given it some traits to help bolster it and keep it alive, because it's the kind of ship that can just die really fast. I didn't want to be so much of a glass cannon, so I gave it like extra hull strength and other things and stuff like that. But then I do have some damage abilities like cannon training, for example, to give me extra cannon damage and stuff like that. It's not really built for a science build right now. It is definitely not a science build. Personal ground stuff, I changed a few things here, but not really much. Starship traits, they give you a couple of starship traits I didn't realize before, and that's because the specializations are unlocked. Two of my specializations are completely done for me, and I'll show you that. My space reputation stuff, I did change a couple of things in here. I put the new Kara auxiliary power configuration defense and offense on here, and just changed up a couple of things. I put energy refrequencer on here so that I can get a hull heal when I'm doing damage. I didn't change the ground traits, kind of left them where they are, and the active reputation traits, I left them default. And then this is your Gamma Recruit. This just shows that I am definitely a Gamma Recruit. So entire team receive extra salvage on kill, temporary trait only active while Gamma Recruit event is running, automatically removed when event ends. But that does show you I am for sure a Gamma Recruit. And so that's all the trait stuff. Let me show you real quick the specializations. I didn't realize this before, but check this out. Command specialization is completely done for me, completely unlocked. So that's what Cryptic gives you by default. You also get intelligence officer, also completely unlocked. So I've got two that are unlocked, a primary and a secondary, command and intelligence, that are completely unlocked for me from the get-go. So I didn't realize that before, but that's cool. And so I am now working on, because I have specialization points to spend, I'm now working on pilot. Probably will end up using that at some point maybe, so I'm putting some points there into pilot. And that'll be the next one that I'm working on personally, but those two are unlocked, so that's cool. As for my ship, I have not changed anything on the ship except this one weapon. I have decided that I am going to go with a phased Polaron build instead of plain Polaron. They have plain Polaron on here, plain Jane Polaron. I'm going with phased Polaron in the future, and the reason why I'm going with phased Polaron is if you watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine, in the very first episode that they meet the Dominion, or the Jem'Hadar, they specifically in that episode state that the Jem'Hadar are using a phased Polaron, a Polaron energy that is phasing. So to keep everything thematic to Deep Space Nine, to the Dominion, to what we've seen on the TV show, to keep it all thematic to that, and just because I'm a purist and kind of seems right to me, I'm going to switch everything over to phased Polaron for my Jem'Hadar build. All my Jem'Hadar builds going on in the future will be phased Polaron based. So any ship I fly, even if it's a cannon or a beam, will be phased polaron. It's not yet, but it will be in the future. So I have decided on the energy type. I'm going to stick with polaron energy, but it's going to be phased polaron. So I got one phased polaron dual heavy cannon right now. Obviously that will change. I replaced the single cannon that was there with a dual cannon. So now I have two dual cannons, and I have the one single beam and then the one Omni in the back still. So haven't changed anything else on that. I do have one of the masteries unlocked. I have the accuracy rating unlocked, and I almost have the second one unlocked, which is defense rating. And you will notice that I am actually now level 61, not 60 as I was before, and that's because I've done a couple of Borg red alerts in order to test the ship out and test my button placement and everything. So because of that, I am now level 61, and of course max level is 65, so we are not far from max level at this point in time. We will definitely get there very quickly, but that's okay. There's still a lot to do even after we hit max level. Okay, everything else I haven't touched. I have not changed. And so we're pretty much ready to go into combat. I just needed to show you all those things so that you know where we stand going into combat here on these next set of videos. Also, this is the Gamma Recruit stuff. I opened this up to see what it shows you. And these are the things you need to do to get all the special stuff. So, for example, complete missions to rank up your captain, hit level 65 and you'll get a reward. Complete a queue, an STF queue, and you get a reward. And I actually went ahead and claimed that. I did an STF queue and it worked. It did it, so I did. Complete an advanced queue. I haven't done yet. Complete 25 queues. Complete 100 queues, and you get a reward. And then because I just spent a specialization point, I could claim this as well. This is a large experience bonus pool and one recruitment tech upgrade. So I could claim that right now. I might wait until I hit max level, but I could claim that now. And so here's other things too. Spend 5 specialization points, spend 15, spend 30, spend 90. R&D stuff as well, Admiralty stuff. Hit certain levels in Admiralty, you get rewards there. Develop your reputations. Progress a reputation to tier 1, and then tier 3, and then tier 5, and then all 12 of them to tier 5. Duty officer commendations. Fleet stuff here. Join a fleet, which I actually did join a fleet, so I'm surprised that that has not unlocked for me. Join any greater fleet. Must have 20 plus hours. Oh, you must have 20 plus hours of playtime to claim the reward. So I did join my fleet. You'll notice I am in my fleet, Jupiter Force. But this did not unlock for me yet because I need 20 plus hours of time spent before I get that reward. But there's other things there. And then this is the episode stuff. So when we play Stormcloud today, hear the opinions of the Elder first during the events of Stormcloud. I'm going to get a reward for that. I'm going to get energy credits, dilithium ore expertise, and a 50 mark choice box. So each mission has these little things that you learn through the Gamma Recruit, and you get a reward for that. So this Gamma Recruit stuff is really cool. And again, this translates account wide to your other characters. So take your other characters and you can get this stuff on them too. So as you complete it on this character. So that's really cool. Okay, now we can begin the mission. Now you know where we stand and where everything is at. So let's begin the mission. This is going to be Stormclouds Gather. The Dominion and the Alliance attempt to find common ground against the Herc as attacks by their reawakened foes escalate. Contact Odo. Now this mission is a bit long. So this this video will be a bit lengthy. There is a lot of dialogue in this mission. It is extremely dialogue heavy. So just take note of that as we do this one. This will be a lengthy video. I'm going to go through all the dialogue because I am a Jem'Hadar now for the first time, and I want to see what that's all about.
The Alliance has agreed to a summit meeting with us to discuss the return of the Herc. and what can be done to prevent their aggression from devastating all 4 galactic quadrants. Despite recent events, they've agreed to host the summit at Deep Space Nine. I'm not surprised. None of the galactic powers are comfortable hosting a Dominion fleet deep within their territory. Meet with me at DS9 prior to the beginning of the summit. I'd like to discuss our options.
Certainly, I will do so.
If you'll excuse me.
So let's go to Deep Space Nine. Now, beaming up here, we can look at my ship. Again, I haven't changed anything except I have put my buttons where I want them and brought out abilities I already had that they didn't have a button for, like the anti-proton sweep and stuff like that. That's part of the Jem'Hadar stuff. But you'll see here, I'm a Gamma Recruit, enhanced rewards enabled. There's my command for having specialization command abilities open. And am I missing a weapon? It took one of my weapons out. That was weird. So here's my little ship. Here are the specs on it, if you're wondering. I'm at 72,000 hull, 119, 62.5% a minute hull repair rate. My shield strength is 10,639. My resists are 30 to 40%. My critical chance is 2.5%. Critical severity is 50%. My turn rate is 37.7 degrees, so I turn really good. Of course, I'm in a little bug here, so it should. Power transfer rate 250%. Stealth detection rating 274. Defense rating 80. Those are my stats. Let's go to DS9. I'm going to go the old-fashioned way because it's just more fun.
The Lucari call this system home. Some of our neighbors, like the Deferi and the Denobulans, have been most welcoming. Others, like the Nakul and the Zenkathi, have been somewhat cold and distant, even hostile.
Looks like we can do transwarp 31.75. Not the fastest, but it will get us there. I just like to go the old-fashioned way because it feels like you're actually on a journey. You're actually playing it for reals. So I am looking forward to this. Again, I have not changed anything on the ship build except that one weapon, but yeah, I think phased Polaron will be pretty good. Now, obviously, it's just going to depend what ship I'm using, if I'm going to use cannons or beams. Right now, cannons would be appropriate, but this ship has kind of a hybrid beam cannon setup at the moment. I don't know, again, what ship I'll be using in the future. I probably will just have to end up going through every single ship and then finding out which one I like the best. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. So here we are at Deep Space Nine as a Dominion, or as a Jem'Hadar. We've entered the Denorius Belt. First, I'm reading several civilian vessels on sensors in addition to the flagship of the summit attendees. The station is still damaged from the recent attack, but it appears that critical system repairs are complete. Their damage control teams must be working double shifts. Indeed, take us to the station.
We're low on fuel and supplies. We need help badly.
That's the Karenum.
Tell the Ambassador that any Jem'Hadar aggression will be met with deadly force.
This is Station Control. Welcome to Deep Space Nine. Your docking clearance has been authorized. Several of our docking facilities were damaged in the recent conflict. Please proceed to the provided coordinates. Also, Captain Nog is waiting to meet with you on the promenade at your earliest convenience. Enjoy your stay here at the station.
Okay, let's beam over. We're going to take our entire away team with us, apparently.
Hello. I've been assigned to assist you here on the station. The leaders of the 4 major delegations have asked to meet with you prior to the summit meeting. Their offices are located here on the promenade.
Now, having played this mission previously, it looks like I'm damaged. Like I'm hunched over and I got a weird stance, like I'm drunk or something. Is that a stance option? I need to go to the tailor to see about that. But weird. Looks like I'm like drunk, and I don't have any damage, so that's weird. I need to fix my stance because I don't like that. So like I said, I have played this mission.
Admiral Quinn's office is behind those doors.
I have played this mission previously on the Federation side, but now I am Jem'Hadar, so this should be interesting. Again, my uniform is very dark, even on DS9. I know it's hard to see. In the light, it looks really good, but in the dark, it's hard to see. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of dialogue to go through, having played this mission. I'm going to listen to it all or read it all, so just be patient.
The results of this summit could have long-lasting effects. A number of our allies, especially the Klingons, consider the Herc to be a Dominion problem. The Federation sees this as a chance to improve relations with your people. Having allies in the Gamma Quadrant instead of enemies would be a great step toward galactic peace.
Understood. Okay. That was pretty simple. Next.
Ambassador Odo is here, coordinating security efforts.
Okay.
It's important to win the hearts and minds here. Many of the summit attendees, particularly the Klingons, consider the Herc to be our problem, and our problem alone. It's up to us to convince them otherwise. If we don't stand together, the Herc will ravage every civilization, one by one, throughout the galaxy.
As you command, Founder. So, really, there's nothing great he had to tell us there. He lied. Somebody in Quarks, maybe? Morn? No, it's not Morn, but it is Morn. He's got a little thing above him. Maybe he's just a contact. He's not the one we need, though, is he? I should know that. He just had one of the things above him. I thought he was one of the contacts, but he's really not. Oh, there's Garrick. Guess he has nothing to say to us just yet.
Chancellor Jem'Hadar has an office here.
Let's talk to this refugee.
Nice to see some fighters around here. You're here to fight the Herc, aren't you? Someone has to, before they eat everything in existence. Some of the other Gamma refugees will moan and groan about this part of space, but I like the Alpha Quadrant. The Bajorans are processing iridium ore here again, and there's good, honest work for people willing to do it, like me. Most of the Bajorans won't go near the processing areas. Too many bad memories about how the Cardassians ran them, I guess. That's good and well, just means more work for me. Considering what I hear lately, I may not have a home to go back to in the Dominion, so I might as well make the most of things here, yeah?
The Founders will prevail. I like our answers. It's very Dominion. Okay, Jem'Hadar.
I would not hope for aid from the Empire, Jem'Hadar. Most of the High Council see the Herc purely as a Dominion problem. There are others, such as Martok, who see that position as dishonorable. If they want to fight the war of their ancestors, so be it, but they will be doing so without the Empire. The same could be said for our allies, should they side with you.
Understood. And we've got Datan. Let's, got these two as well. Commander Adepta.
Something on your mind? I'm not fond of being gaped at like a dumbstruck targ.
Who are you?
I have many names. At the moment, I am Commander Adetpa, First Officer of the Corps. In another life, I was Agent Kib of Klingon Intelligence. More recently, I was known as the Witch of Nimbus 3. I'm rather fond of that last one. It made children wail and grown men soil themselves.
Interesting.
Look, can't you see I'm busy?
Watch your tone.
Or what exactly? You do not frighten me, and I can think of a dozen ways to kill you with my bare hands. If you're lucky, I'll use one of the 3 that are quick and relatively painless. Buzz away now, Globfly. Perhaps you can impress old Martok with your growls.
Perhaps I can. Okay, and General Kern.
I was once called Rodek, son of Nagra. It was a name given to me to prevent a great dishonor. With the aid of Martok, my name, my face, all have been restored. The House of Moog has also been restored by Jimpak. My family once again stands proud, with honor.
Fight with honor, General. Of course, I would have no idea what he's talking about because I'm just a Jem'Hadar. I would not know about any of that stuff.
Here is Proconsul Deton's office.
Why, thank you.
This summit may be difficult. While the Federation will see a path toward peace, I suspect the Klingons will feel the opposite. There is no love lost between them and your people, or the Herc for that matter. The Republic position is one of pragmatism. The Herc are a threat no one can ignore, regardless of what quadrant their home lies in.
Understood.
There are several Alpha Quadrant leaders here for the summit. Kai Kira of Bajor, Counselor Garrick of Cardassia, and my father, Ferengi Grand Nagus Rom. I recommend meeting with them as well. Their worlds will be on the front line if the Herc launch a full invasion into this quadrant.
Okay, also, let's check our Gamma thing, because there's something we need to find here as well. We need to learn information in Stormcloud. Hear the opinions of the Elder first during the events. So the Elder first, we need to hear the opinions of him to get that Gamma Recruit reward wherever he is. Okay. We'll have to be sure to look for the Elder first. Okay, where are we headed here? Probably back
I believe
in
the Kai is
Quark's
here.
bar.
My father is in my uncle's bar. Hard to believe he used to work there, huh?
Yeah, let's talk to Kai Kira first.
Hello there. I'm a little surprised to see a Jem'Hadar here. I figured Odo would have come himself to find out where Bajor stands. Huh? I can tell you we're worried. If you fall, the Herc will come here, and we'll be the first to face them, so Bajor stands ready. We'll do what we can to stop them, even if that means joining forces with the Dominion.
That is correct. Our fight is yours as well.
There's something else I should mention. I've experienced visions recently, a sign from the prophets. I see a place I've been before, a world beyond the grip of death. It's the home of a former Kai, and it's in the Dominion. I should also mention that I've seen you in this vision as well. I believe we're going to take a journey together soon.
What of your duties as Kai?
As Kai, I'm obligated to serve the will of the prophets. Doing so leads me to many places, not just Bajor. That can be difficult, especially in times of war. There's been a lot of that in the last few years. First the Dominion, then the Klingons, the Iconians, and now the Herc. There are times when I wonder how Ben Sisko managed during the Dominion War, and he was the emissary. I've tried to follow his example whenever possible, but it's been a challenge.
No doubt.
Something else on your mind?
Not at the moment. Okay, that's Kai Kira. Let's go talk to Grand Nagus Rom.
I was wondering when you'd come along. I'm guessing you're here to talk about the Herc and what we want to do about them. It's no secret that the Ferengi aren't a military powerhouse like the Klingons. Most of the time, we'd be happy to make a tidy profit from all of this, and as far away from it as possible. That changed when the Herc attacked Ferenginar. We would have been wiped out without help. And we didn't get it from Starfleet or the Klingons. We got it from the Lucari and the Cardassians. Even a few not cool ships showed up to fight. That showed us that this is everyone's fight, big or small. So we're in. And if the 34th rule of acquisition comes into play, well...
How did you convince your people to join?
It wasn't easy, believe me. I've managed to get the Board of Liquidators with us, for now. Most of them see the potential for incredible profit. Alliance defense contracts can be very lucrative. The rest, well, let's just say their self-preservation instincts are strong. They'd rather fight with the Alliance than stand alone. The Herc have me thinking about adding a new rule of acquisition. If they can't be bought, get ready to fight!
Now that seems appropriate where the Herc are concerned.
Did you have another question?
Nope. Alright, now we need to speak to Garrick.
It looks like Counselor Garrick is in his old tailor shop. Huh.
Hello there. I take it you're not here to update your ensemble, though if you'd like a few suggestions, I'd be happy to provide some. In the meantime, let's talk about serious business, shall we? I'm sure you'd like to know Cardassia's position on the Herc problem. It's simple, really. They're a menace, and one we should deal with swiftly. Surprised? Don't be. Cardassia was recently attacked by the Herc. We'd have fared poorly without help from our neighbors. Even the Lucari and the Ferengi offered a hand. There's no love for the Dominion on Cardassia. But we know that we're next if you fall to the Herc. And so, we're ready to be good neighbors.
So this used to be your store, huh?
Once upon a time, when I was but a tailor. That was before plain, simple Garrick became a member of the Detapa Council, of course. Before the Reconstruction and the Iconian War and the Herc. While I'm proud of the work I've done for Cardassia over the years, there's a part of me that yearns to be here once more. To be just a tailor, just Garrick.
We go where we're needed.
Will there be anything else?
Nope.
The Alliance has asked a number of special consultants to attend the summit. I know each of them well, and I can vouch for their knowledge and skill. Even my Uncle Quark. Despite his reputation, his knowledge of the Gamma Quadrant is valuable. Just don't mention Latinum in the discussion, or the value of his information could rise considerably.
Understood. Okay, now we've got to speak to Quark, Lita, and Dr. Bashir. See, there's a lot of dialogue in this mission. I get it. I mean, they're trying to fill us in on all the exposition and how everyone's doing and where they stand, but it's a little bit much on the dialogue end of things.
Don't suppose you're here for a drink? Holosuite? Dabo? Can't blame me for trying to find profit while I can. My fool of a brother, the Nagus, seems hell-bent on getting the Ferengi into this mess. Not a lot of profit in fighting the Herc, 34th rule or not. You can't spend your money when you're dead. If you ask me, we'd be better off sealing that wormhole and saying goodbye to the Herc and the Dominion forever. I'd miss the Tulaberry wine, but I'd get over it. But seeing how that'll never happen, especially as long as Kira's still breathing, I suppose I'll have to dig in like everyone else. You know what the worst part of this mess is? Odo. He's back like a kind of ghost haunting me. I must be cursed.
I hear you own a moon now.
I do. And I'd be there, enjoying myself, if it weren't for the Grand Nagus. Brother or not, I wanted nothing to do with this until he put Lucari terraforming tech on the table. Couldn't pass that up. It'll cut biosphere renovation costs on my moon by 70%. Even with Odo here, and a billion Herc trying to demolish everything in sight, there's profit in the wind. Might finally land that exclusive Tulaberry export contract I've been dreaming about for 40 years.
Assuming the Herc don't eat it.
Can I get you something?
I wanted to say the Odo thing. Can I talk to him again? Ah, darn it. I was hoping it would give me both options. I wanted to ask him about his moon, but then it also said Odo sends his regards. I should have done that first. I'm going to have to replay this just so I can see what that dialogue leads to. I hate it. I still look drunk. What is wrong with me? Oh, maybe I'm out of Ketracel. Ketracel-white hunger. This is a thing. I completely forgot about that. Right. I have to keep having Ketracel-white or this is what happens. See, I talked about this before, but I didn't realize what the effects would actually be. It's like I'm drunk and can't stand, and I can't use Shroud. Shroud unavailable until Ketracel-white is consumed, and I look drunk. That is really cool. Ketracel-white hunger. I mean, it's not cool, but it's a thing. And my bridge officers are freaking out. I don't even know where they are, but they're having a heyday wherever they are. Look at that. They're like running in circles wherever they are. They're doing a thing. Okay, let's consume Ketracel and see what happens. There I am, back to normal. Ketracel-white boost. Now I can use Shroud. Okay. I'm going to have to keep Ketracel-white. That's really interesting. See, it's just so cool. I like that element of the game. I mean, it makes sense because I'm Jem'Hadar.
Hello. Oh, it's been a while since I've been in this place. I can't believe Quark still has that hollow me in here. It's a little embarrassing, to be honest. I wish we were all here under better circumstances. Then again, DS9's always been a trouble magnet. I guess peace is a little too much to ask for around here. My husband is risking a lot of capital, political and otherwise, by choosing to get involved with all of this. Fortunately, he's the best Grand Nagus to come around in a long time. The best ever, as far as I'm concerned, but I'm pretty biased on that point. Look, if I were this mirror version of me I've been hearing so much about, I'd have a lot more tactical advice to offer. As it is, my advice to you is this. Take a look around. Think about all the civilians, the refugees, people who are depending on you to protect them. Think about the best way you can do that, if you can. That's what I'd do if I were in your shoes. Boots, whatever.
Mirror version?
Yeah. In that alternate universe where good people are evil and vice versa, turns out the evil version of me is an admiral there. Real piece of work. Wears lots of leather, carries a whip. Oh, and she's in command of the evil Enterprise. I found out about her from my husband's information gathering specialists. Never hurts to be well informed, right? Rule of acquisition number 7. Keep your ears open and your eyes on the mark.
Or rule number 74, knowledge equals profit.
Was there something else?
Well, it really burns me that I can't speak to Quark again and tell him Odo says hi. And also, it really irks me that I didn't figure out that I had Ketracel withdrawal. I bet you guys were all clenching your butts big time on that one.
Ah, hello there. Nice to meet you. Dr. Julian Bashir, recently recommissioned Starfleet officer at your service. Can't say I was expecting to see a Jem'Hadar here today. We're doing what we can to get things in order after that business with the Zenkethi and the Herc. The station took quite a beating. Worse than I saw during the Dominion War. We're still treating casualties, and it looks like we'll be seeing more soon. A lot more. The situation is compounded by the presence of civilians, both local and from other systems, even the Dominion. We have a number of refugees from the Gamma Quadrant on the station, and more are on the way. Clearly, the sooner we can solve the Herc dilemma, the better. We'll be beyond our capacity to help the refugees soon, as will Bajor.
Recently recommissioned?
I mustered out some time ago to start a private practice on Trill. Since then, I've worked on special projects for Starfleet from time to time as a consultant. Even managed to start a family. Needless to say, I wasn't initially thrilled with the idea of putting the uniform on again. Still, it's very hard to say no to Kai Kira and Captain Dax. And so here I am, back on the front of an interstellar conflict. Here's hoping it's a brief one.
An ideal outcome, but
something
unlikely.
on your mind?
Nothing now.
There's a number of refugee groups here on the promenade.
We got to speak with the Karenums and the Innis refugees.
Are you surprised seeing Karemans here on a Federation station? That's how bad it is back home. We had to come to the Federation to find safe haven. There's nothing for us in the Dominion. Not anymore. That's right. Your gods abandoned us to the Herc and left us to fend for ourselves when the invasion got rough. It's no wonder there's talk about rebellion on Karema and many other worlds besides.
Okay.
And now, here you are, just like us, asking the Alliance for help. Don't be surprised if they refuse. People here still remember the war and what you, Jem'Hadar, did to this quadrant. You ask me, it'd be justice if they turned their backs on you, just like you did to us.
Wow, the dialogue with the Karenum as a Jem'Hadar a lot different than if you're on the Starfleet Federation faction. That is cool. Trust the founders, they will help you. That dialogue was very different than it was on the Federation faction. I love that, though.
A Jem'Hadar? Here? Where were you when we needed you most? When the Herc came, we sent distress calls. But no Jem'Hadar came. The Founders didn't save us. Only a few of us managed to get away on ships before the Herc closed in.
Same thing with the Innis here.
Word of the Bajorans and their faith reached us after the war ended. Their stories about one of their spiritual leaders. She came to the worst of us, on our prison moon, to bring the wisdom of the prophets. So, when the Herc came, we decided to come here, through the Celestial Temple, to seek deliverance. If our old gods won't listen to us, perhaps Kai Kira and the prophets will.
Turning away from the founders is not wise.
The summit will begin soon, First. Transmit your report to me for review.
Okay.
The Federation and Klingon positions were predictable. I'm surprised the others aren't sitting it out, particularly the Ferengi. They're usually more interested in saving their own skins, after all. Interesting that Dominion citizens are traveling here for safety. We'll have to do something to assist Starfleet and the Bajorans on this. That's all for now, First. Report to me in the conference room when you arrive.
It will be so, Founder. Go to the conference room. I'm still looking for that Elder. The Elder first, but I guess we're not to him yet. Okay, let's go to the conference room. Check in with your faction leader. Talk to Odo.
What a surprise. Everyone's here and no one's started shooting. Quite a commendable level of restraint. See if you can keep it that way. Take a moment to get settled. Speak with the others. Things will be serious soon enough.
Yes, Founder. Speak with summit attendees. We've got Captain Kumarake, Wayun, Martok, and Kai Kira. Again, though, wherever the Elder first is, don't know yet. General Martok.
I envy you, Jem'Hadar. You have had the honor of fighting the Herc to defend your home as a warrior born. Jem'Hadar is not willing to face the truth. There are Klingons who fear the Herc, hiding behind politics and rules. Grethar waits for their worthless souls. Know this. There are still Klingons who know where their blades belong. We will not dishonor our ancestors and ignore the Herc. We will fight them to our dying breath in the name of Kahless and the Empire!
As you say, Qapla'. Kumarake?
Hello. I have high hopes for this summit. Many worlds in this quadrant have been attacked by the Herc, including my own. We must all realize that without the Dominion, the Herc will wreak havoc throughout all quadrants, and we will all suffer. I can't help but think that there's a path to a peaceful resolution in all of this. There's got to be some way to end this madness before more lives are lost.
Kira?
Hello again. I spoke with Odo about the vision we discussed. He's agreed to clear a mission to the old sector. Opaka, the former Kai I mentioned, lives there now. I believe so, yes. The Kai has a condition that has prevented her from leaving until now. Odo has provided us with data that could lead to a cure. If there's a chance, I'm willing to take it. Her wisdom could help us all greatly. I realize this is a lot to take in, but I hope I can count on your help when the time comes.
It is the Founder's will, I will go. It is the Founder's will, I will go. Okay. Talk to Wei-Un.
Ah, the newly appointed First. I'm glad we had a moment to talk before the summit begins. Your report on the other attendees and their positions was appreciated by myself as well as the Founder. I hope you realize the distinct honor that has been bestowed upon you. To speak directly to a god is a privilege, one seldom offered to a Jem'Hadar. I trust you will not abuse it.
I live to serve the Founders.
If I can have everyone's attention, thank you. Let's begin the summit. We have a lot to discuss.
Okay. So far, no Elder
Thank you all
first.
for coming. By now, you should be aware of our tactical situation. The Dominion, as you know it, is on the verge of collapse. We've withdrawn to our core systems, and the lines are holding, for now. Without your help, the Herc will win the war of attrition.
What about your outer systems? We're receiving refugees here, from those areas.
We have one fleet left, Admiral. That's hardly enough to defend the entire Dominion.
I'm failing to see how this concerns the Empire.
The recent battle here is a sample of what the Herc can do.
If you think they'll stop at the wormhole, you're sadly mistaken.
Need I remind you that the Dominion came to your aid in the Iconian War? I seem to recall Klingons placing high value on debts of honor, or has that changed?
Mind your tongue, changeling! I will not be insulted!
Uh-oh.
Admiral Quinn to Ops. What's happening?
We're under attack, Admiral. It's the Herc. Reading Herc boarding parties. Multiple decks. They've concentrated in a damaged pylon. Ore processing area.
Okie dokie.
Get to that damaged pylon section and lock it down before the Herc trigger an explosion that could wreck the station.
It will be done, Founder. Take Turbolift to hangar. Again, nothing about an Elder first. I just don't want to miss that. Enter the hangar now, my bridge officers are with me. Yep, they're in here all right. Eating away at everything. My eyes. Like, what? Well, here we go. Okay, secure the hangar. Let's see what I got. I like the,
Bad news. The hangar security shield is on the verge of collapse. If it drops, you'll get pulled out into space, so let's make sure that doesn't happen. You need to stabilize the power relays and recalibrate the shields. There are consoles near your position you can use to do this.
I like the fire and the radiation that I can do, because they're both AoE, and that is really good for the Herc. And these explosive mines too, I guess that's one of my bridge officer powers or something. Need to look into that to see which power that is. Alright, I need to go up. Yeah, up. This way. Oh, more of them. Okay, we stabilized power. Now we need to recalibrate shields.
Nice work, but it's not over yet. The Herc have moved into the ore processing area above your position. There's a lot of unstable uridium ore in there. If they damage it, it could ignite and set off a chain reaction that could destroy the pylon. You'll need to make your way up there to secure the area and restart the safety systems there.
Okay, go upstairs to ore processing. And apparently that's not the correct way to go.
Looks like the access system in this section was reset. You'll need to rotate the central column and extend the bridges in order to reach the next section.
Okay, so we need to rotate up. Extend walkways. Now, having played this previously on the Federation, the AI is really bad in this ore processing area, and your bridge officers may not follow you. They may get stuck on these levels and not be able to follow you. So that might be a thing. Oh, more of them. Extend walkway, that should get us across.
Okay, you're almost in the clear. The safety systems for the area are currently offline. You'll need to restore power to that section and reinitialize the safety systems to get everything back online.
If you say so. Restore safety system power.
Alright, the safety systems are reinitializing. They should be up and running in a few minutes. Nice work. Hold on. I'm picking up multiple Herc life signs in your area. They're converging on your position.
Uh-oh.
I need you to defend that section from the Herc until the system comes online again. If they get in before that happens, they could knock it offline again, or worse.
So defend it for 2 minutes, huh? Ah, here we go. One of my officers is down. I don't know where though. This way? Well, I can't bring him back because I keep getting thrown away. Man, these Herc are really annoying. Yep, really annoying. I want to take all this loot before we leave. Yep, hold on. Let's get all the loot. Is there still one alive, really? Come on, guys. Take care of him. I'm not ready to beam out yet. Hold on. I want to take everything, because I can use it to re-engineer my items I get to customize my ship. Okie dokie. That did it. The Herc won't be getting in there anytime soon. Damage control teams are on the way. First, DS9 Command has requested the aid of all available ships in the sector. The station and a number of civilian vessels are under heavy attack, and we need you on the bridge. Transporters are standing by. We're ready to beam you up. Again, no Elder first. Must be at the end or something. Let's hope so.
The Herc are attacking the station and several civilian vessels in the system. I've sent ships to assist them, but I'm concerned our forces are spread too thin. I'd like you to work with those ships to protect the civilians while the rest of us defend the station. First Dukan Rex will accompany you as a combat escort.
As you command, Founder.
Starfleet vessels, this is Quinn. Protect civilian targets.
Okay, well, let's just start right here is a good place to start. Okay, let's go over here. Yep, not a problem. So, not so bad as a science officer, huh? Obviously, I'm not tactical or engineering, but I mean, and I'm not using sciencey powers at the moment, but not doing too bad. Science character in an escort. I do have Photonic Fleet, haven't used it yet though.
Plotting the course for Pegasus. May the prophets guide you.
Integrity below 75%.
Very cool. Well, we survived that attack pretty well for this little
Nice
ship.
work, but I'm afraid there's bad news. We're picking up Herc vessels and they're heading our way. The station's weapon systems are offline. We need a few minutes to get them up and running. Until then, we're a sitting duck over here. I've asked every ship in the sector to regroup and prepare for battle. Let's hope it's enough.
Great, now I need to defend DS9. Let's see, I did hit that other mastery. Cool. For this one, I may use Photonic Fleet.
Honor your ancestors. Fight now and destroy the Herc.
Concentrate fire on their capital ships.
Chief, I need those systems online!
got no fear. I will teach it to them.
Systems online in 60 seconds.
Don't let the frigate swarms get behind you.
Just a few more seconds. Systems online! Target the Herc, open fire!
Whoa. Oh, wow. I don't know what hit me there, but I went down fast. Ooh, there was no saving my ship on that one. I'm gonna have to watch that on replay and see what was hitting me, because all of a sudden my health just went down, 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 explode. Had no time to do anything. This is a big battle. Again with the hull strength going down. Ooh. What a battle that was. Big old space battle. Defeat remaining Herc. Oh, we still got a lot of Herc out there, don't we? Okay, I guess I gotta take care of them. I'm making no headway with that ship. That shell they got is pretty impenetrable. Whatever shield that is. Man, there's just so many hurt. That was nuts, my friends. That was just nuts. There's still more Herc over here. We got to take them all out, apparently, so that is what we will do. Look at all these ships just fighting over here, and I still haven't taken out all these. There's a lot of ships over here.
That was the last of them. We're not picking up any Herc ships on long-range sensors, for now at least. Hopefully it's clear to the Alliance that the Dominion is prepared to work with them to stop the enemy. Let's hope they're ready to do the right thing.
Yep.
In the meantime, my fleet will do what it can to keep the Herc on our side of the wormhole. Remain vigilant. I will have new orders for you soon. Remember, victory is life.
What in the heck is exploding? Everything. I think DS9 is exploding. No, there it is. Victory is life. Glory to the Founders.
Pay close attention, Recruit. I will only speak of this once. The severity of the Herc's attacks was surprising, but we should have been prepared. This is not the first time we have been forced to deal with them, after all.
Okay.
For the first time, we require allies. We must make it clear to the Alliance that the Herc threat is real. It could destroy us all. You're going to be tested. This will take more than being a good soldier. You'll need to be a diplomat, an ally, even a friend. Am I understood?
I understand, Honored Elder. Let's not report out just yet. Did we get my... I want my thingy. Well, I guess we did get it. Learn information in Stormcloud. I guess we did. Hear the opinions of the Elder during the events. I guess we did. We heard the opinions. Maybe that was it, just it. So, okay, we got that reward. Good. I just wanted to make sure I get them all done in the missions, you know? Yeah, let's depart.
That was unexpected, but I suspect it will show the Alliance just how real the Herc's threat is to all of us. After today, I'd like to think that letting the Herc destroy the Gamma Quadrant is not a viable option. For most of them, anyway. In the meantime, I have received a request from Kai Kira of Bajor. She's asked to lead a mission to the Ennis system, and I've approved it. She has also asked for your assistance. Provide it. And first, make sure she comes back safely. Consider it your highest priority. Dismissed.
Nice. Okay, we'll do that, and we're gonna get Ketracel-white because we definitely need that. I know now. We could get a regular Polaron dual cannons or a beam array. Neither of those do I need. I need phased Polaron. So let's take the core field mining plasma thingy.
If congratulations, honored first.
I've gained access to specialization training for bridge officers. What else? You have item required. You got bridge officer specialization manual. Okay. So we've got a choice of manuals here. Bridge officer specialization manual. I'll put it down here. I'll use that in the future once I decide what I want to use it on. We'll keep Ketracel-white, obviously. Keep that in our inventory because we'll be needing lots and lots of Ketracel-white. And here's our reward for the mission. This other stuff I'll salvage or sell. I'll do that off camera, and that sets us up. That will set us up for the next mission. We do have the next mastery unlocked now in our ship. We've got the +5 defense rating, and now we're working on the next unlock to unlock all of our Tier 5U potential. We are also now level 62, so we went up a level. Any single bridge officer specialization manual, which we just looked at, so we're good there. Next level will be 63. And the next mission is called Armistice. And that's what we'll play in the next video. So off camera, I will salvage equipment and sell things from my inventory from doing the mission, and then in the next video, we'll just be ready to play the next mission, which is called Armistice. And we'll just play it with the same setup I have going here. It seems to be working okay for these missions, and so I'm just going to stick with it. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.